Oh my god.
Can you just believe I just touched the Taj?
Welcome to the most highlighted episode of our Golden Triangle tour. And today let's go bonkers with the beautiful Taj Mahal.
Hi, I am Urvi with my husband Utsav, and today we are here to view the magnificent Taj. Also, if you like our channel, please subscribe to us.
It is 6 am in the morning. It's our day 2 in Agra, our first full day, and here we are to see the Taj Mahal.
We are just entering the Taj premises, and there are all the pictures from different eras.
When we enter Taj, we are greeted by this hallway. On both the sides, there are two huge hallways, buildings, and structures. I guess these were made for the persons who actually built Taj Mahal.
Right as you enter Taj Mahal, you are greeted by this huge hallway, and the main entrance to the Taj Mahal is right behind me. There are three gates: the East Gate, the North Gate, and the West Gate. We entered through the East Gate, and now we'll enter through the main gate and view the Taj. There is an optical illusion right as you enter Taj. Once you start walking towards the Taj, you will feel that the Taj Mahal is going far away from you.
And there is a center line which we have to follow to see this, and we learned this from the locals. Right, Urvi?
Yeah, it's quite interesting to see.
Oh my god, that's the first view of Taj.
That's the Taj Mahal right in front of me. I just can't believe my eyes.
Taj Mahal was constructed by the 5th Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan on 1632. It was constructed in memorial of the death of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. So we are here at 6 am in the morning and it's already brimming with people. There are so many tourists around Taj Mahal, but the actual mausoleum is so beautiful. It's almost covered with clouds right now. It's making a magical heavenly effect.
If you come to the Taj right in the morning, we'll get to view the reflection of the Taj in the water just behind me, and you can take a cool picture.
As you enter Taj Mahal, you are greeted with this magnificent gate. And if you know the story behind it, there are actually 12 domes, small white shaped domes, kind of shaped like onions. That's what they are called, onion domes. They were built in those era when there was no supercomputer, there was no complex calculators to do the job. So it is believed the architect has built these to signify the number of years that it took to build the Taj Mahal. And there are exactly 22 domes like that, 11 in the front row and 11 in the back row.
Right on the banks of river Yamuna is this beautiful Taj Mahal. It is a symbol of love and romance. Shah Jahan built this for his wife Mumtaz Mahal.
Ustad Ahmed Lahori was the chief architect of this magnificent building. It was constructed in 22 years, and this is known as the World UNESCO Heritage Site, and it is considered as one of the 7 wonders of the world. The reason being its unparalleled beauty and the magnificent symmetry that you can find. This structure is considered as the jewel of Mughal architecture in India.
Just at the front of Taj, there is a nice, well-maintained garden that is full of flowers and green grass, and it looks very pretty in contrast with the Taj.
So as you enter Taj, you are greeted with these magnificent fountains. They are still operational today. Today they are obviously run with the help of electricity. But back in the days of the Mughals, it is said that they were manually operated. We exactly do not know how it was done, but there was a way they used to get the water into this fountain.
There are 4 minarets on the 4 sides of the Taj Mahal. It is said that they are tilted at a 3-degree angle so that if something disastrous happens, they doesn't fall on the main mausoleum.
There is verses of Quran chapters of Quran-e-Sharif on the gate and actually on the Taj Mahal in Arabic, and they have been carved painstakingly, taking number of years by different laborers.
Apparently, it is said that the color of the Taj changes every hour with the changing light. But I don't know how much it is true, but the story is quite fascinating. Also, at night there are no lights on the Taj Mahal. It is mainly due to security reasons, and also it is said that the artificial lights might affect the Taj Mahal. The bench that you can see behind me is apparently known as the Princess Diana bench. During Princess Diana's visit, she came here and took a picture sitting over there. Then it has been very famous among the tourists.
In 1983, the World UNESCO tag was added to Taj Mahal. But tourists has been flocking the Taj ever since it opened to common public. In the year 2000, there were about 7 million visitors. Can you believe that? So many people, right?
Yeah.
And even today, as we come, we can see tourists are brimming out here. They are here in hordes, and you can find so many people who are ready to take your photographs. There are so many guides who are ready to guide you. If you are here like us as a couple, you can come here, hire a guide. They are gonna take those pictures. They have certain angles. They have been taking pictures of everybody in those angles. And they are also going to help you to get a place on the queue. Otherwise, it's insane. You will be pushed out of the queue by others. Everybody wants their picture with the Taj. So if you can hire a guide, that's a very good option. The only thing we'll warn you is, number one, these guides will take you outside, telling you that they are going to show you people, the actual descendants of those people who had built this Taj Mahal. There's nothing like that. That's a tourist trap. They want you to buy certain things.
Artifacts?
Yes, artifacts from shop, and they have a cut in it. Second thing is, if you bargain hard, you can get these guys as low as 350 rupees.
Inside the mausoleum, there are the tombs of Mumtaz Mahal and Shah Jahan. Apparently, it is said that Shah Jahan wanted to build a black Taj Mahal right in front of the Taj Mahal. That is currently Mehtab Bagh. But that couldn't happen, and Aurangzeb built the tomb of Shah Jahan within the Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal is situated on the banks of river Yamuna, and you can actually see the river Yamuna from behind the Taj. One more thing is, you can see all the hustle and bustle in front of the Taj Mahal. Once you go behind the Taj Mahal, everything changes, so it's a great space to spend some time and have a look at the Yamuna river. It is so peaceful, and there is a cool breeze flowing from the Yamuna river towards the Taj. There are some times when you can come to the Taj Mahal to get the best view. One is definitely the sunrise, and the other one is the sunset. Right now, the Archaeological Society of India is providing tickets based on forenoon or afternoon, and the ticket prices vary based on the nationality. If you are Indian, the ticket prices are much lesser. It's 250 for entry to the entire premises. If you are foreigner, it's almost 1300 Indian rupees you have to pay to get into this beautiful building.
If you are visiting Taj, we would highly suggest you to get your online tickets so that you don't have to wait here to get your tickets, and you can come here and enter directly. We'll put the link of the ticket in the description. You can check them out and book from there. If you want to visit only the Taj premises, you have to pay only 50 rupees. Just in case you want to visit the Taj with the mausoleum as well, then the ticket will be 250 rupees. And if you happen to be a foreign tourist, it will cost you around 1300 rupees to visit the Taj along with the mausoleum. And also you will be given a bottle of water and shoe covers.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know why they have this two-layer system,
Yes.
but they might be thinking of something that we are not aware of. Yeah, whatever it is. So today we are saying goodbye to Taj, and if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel Bonkers Note, and do stay tuned to go bonkers again in the next one.